Alright, so I'm sure as most of you have heard by now, thanks to the NFL's new CBA, we'll be seeing a new playoff structure this season, and by 2021 we'll even be seeing the start of 17-game seasons. In today's video, I'll be explaining how I think the new future season layout will look. I'll be using the outcome of each team's 2019 season to demonstrate how it would work. I'll start off with the new playoff structure as I feel it's very straightforward. The new playoff structure is easy to explain. Basically, each conference will have an extra wildcard spot, and each conference will only have one team that gets a first-round bye, meaning there will be an extra 2 games for wildcard weekend, which translates to more profit for the NFL. Anywho, let's see what this would have looked like for the 2019 NFL season. For the AFC, both the Ravens and Chiefs got the first-round byes. If we implement the new structure, we'd still have the Bills at Houston and Titans at New England, but this time the Chiefs would have been playing in Week 1 of the playoffs, hosting the new 3rd seed in the wildcard, which would have been the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now let's look at the NFC. Both the 49ers and Packers got the first-round bye. If we implement the new structure, we'd still have the Vikings at New Orleans and Seahawks at Philly. Only this time the Packers would have been hosting the LA Rams during the first week of the playoffs.
Packers decline the penalty, 3rd down and 12. They get around Murphy, then he re-engages. Here comes Hundley. Had a running touchdown last week in Denver. He gets it again! Touchdown! Brett Hundley.
Now it's time to take a look at how I believe the new 17-game structure will look, which may be a bit more complicated. Bear with me on this one, as it may be a little hard to explain, but I'll try my best. Right now, an NFL schedule consists of 4 preseason games, 2 of which each team hosts, and 16 regular season games, 8 of which each team hosts, for a total of 20 games. With the new 17-game structure, there will still be a total of 20 games, only this time 3 of the games are preseason, giving the regular season that 1 extra game. But with an uneven amount of games now in the regular season, how do we determine which team gets that extra home game? First, let's analyze how an NFL schedule is put together. We'll use my favorite team, the New York Jets, as an example. Currently, a team's schedule consists of 6 games against division rivals, 2 games per team, 1 at home and 1 on the road. Next, we have 4 games against teams from a division within its conference, 2 games at home and 2 on the road. Then we have 4 games against teams from a division in the other conference, 2 games at home and 2 on the road. Finally, we have 2 games against teams from the other 2 remaining divisions in its own conference, 1 game at home and 1 on the road, with matchups based on division ranking from the previous season. Now that last part will partially come into play with how the new 17-game structure will work. Allow me to explain. Basically, I believe that every year, each conference will take turns hosting that 1 extra game, the game they would have hosted in the preseason, and that 1 extra game will consist of versing a team's division counterpart in the other conference based on ranking from the previous season. Did I explain that well enough? I don't know. How about we look at the Jets again for a better idea of what I'm talking about? The Jets play in the AFC East and ranked 3rd. The AFC's counterpart would be the NFC East, where the New York Giants ranked 3rd. If the AFC were to host the extra games the following season, the 17th game would be Giants at Jets. The other games would then be Eagles at New England, Cowboys at Buffalo, Redskins at Miami, and so on, as this formula would be applied to all divisions. Now next season, it would be the NFC's turn to host the extra game, and let's say the Jets come in 2nd place and the Cowboys come in 2nd place. This time the Cowboys, who are in the NFC, will be hosting the Jets, who play in the AFC, as they both play in the Eastern Division of their respective conference. They both ranked 2nd in the previous season, and it's now the NFC's turn to host that extra game, as I stated before. You do get what I'm saying, right? I believe this method would work great and fits in perfectly with how the NFL creates schedules. Currently, we have 1 bye week per team during the regular season. Now, how byes would work in the regular season with 17 games played over 16, I'm not too sure. But what I will tell you is if the NFL is trying to maximize their profits, which trust me, that's the only reason why we're getting longer regular seasons to begin with, I would expect there to be an extra bye week added. Not only will the NFL get more revenue, but players would be able to get more rest. And with the amount of strain that may be added to players' bodies thanks to that extra game, I'd say another bye week is important for health reasons. But hey, those are just my thoughts on how the future of the NFL will look like. What do you think the season will look like in 2021? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, thanks for watching and have a good one.